Hello and welcome to Katie's third Photoshop tutorial. Today we are going to talk about using text and how to add text and change it on your canvas. So to start, I've got my canvas that I had from before. So I had changed the background, I had added some brushes, and I had taken a look at adding a new layer and adding a filter. So that's just a reminder of what we did last time. This time we're going to add text. So if I go over to the T button, and I just click on my canvas. There we go. A new text layer has appeared. So you can see that the T stands for text, and every time you add a text, it'll create a new layer. So I'm going to type my name. It's very, very small, and the color is green, as that is what color I've got over here. So to make it larger, I'm just going to select it, to click and drag to select, just like I would in, say, Microsoft Word. I'll go up here and I'm going to change my color. I'm going to change it to black. And then I'm going to change or make it larger. So 72 is as high as it goes here. But if I come up here and I select and backspace, I can enter in a larger size font. So I'm going to do 150. Actually, I'll make it even a little bigger, 175. All right. So then I've got my text size and color. If I want to change the font, I go over here. Right now it's on My Raid Pro. But I've got a ton of different fonts to choose from. So I can make it essentially look however I'd like. So I'm going to choose as Giddy Up STD. And go from there. So actually I'm going to change that. Ooh, very large. All right, I'll go with boring Times New Roman. So I got my text, and let's say I want to, for now, I just want to leave it how it is. So if I go over here to the check mark, I'm going to have to either commit my changes or cancel them before I can go any further. So if I choose commit, I've got my name. And in order to move my name, so if I click again, I'll be highlighting it. But if I want to move it, I go up to this move tool, which is also V on the keyboard. And I can drag my text wherever I want, if I want to try to center it or whatever it might be. So now I've got my text, and let's say I decide I want to go back and make some changes on my text. Important thing here is to make sure, so again, the blue is whichever layer you're going to be working on. It has to be selected in blue for you to work on it. So if I select Katie and it's in blue, if I go back over to my text, I can now rework on that. So I can highlight it, change the color, change the size, the font, etc. This little T with a line underneath it is a create warp text. If I select it, I can choose a style, so I could arc my text. I could bulge it out, I could make it into a flag shape, inflate it, etc. So you can play around with some different ones. I'm going to make mine flag. Then I can choose what percent, how much I want it to bend. So I'm going to do negative 29%. I'm going to leave the vertical and horizontal alone at 0, but you can certainly play around with those as well. Then press OK. So now I've got my text. I'm going to commit changes again with the check mark. Yours likely might be over in this upper right hand corner. So if you don't see it in the middle, check over here. So if I select that, I've got my move tool again, or V on my keyboard, and then I can center my name. So that is how you add text and change the size, the color, and the font. And I'm also going to show you how to make your font maybe horizontal. So if I go to edit and I go down to transform, I can go to rotate. And what I can do is I can, up in the corner, rotate my name. So if I wanted it to be up and down, I could do that. Or if I wanted it to be diagonal, I could do that as well. So just some, again, options. I'm going to commit my changes up top with the check mark. and I'm on the arrow tool, I could still move it around a little bit if I want. So there's my name, and that is a little tutorial about creating text and transforming it.